So I hope you're doing well. So I'm creating this video to reply to a comment that I got recently. This is going to be a very short video. It's going to show just the key areas where I missed out the last time I was creating the video about auto-filling forms. So I got a comment that how can you actually save data to a table? Suppose you want to enter some data and then some other records are auto-filled, and then you save the entire thing in a table. Actually thought that it will be best if I just create a short video to respond to the same. So to respond to this question, actually I'm going to think of it like this. Suppose I'm at the supermarket and the cashier wants to save my data to a table or database like they always do. So suppose this supermarket wants my name and then the product that I'm going to purchase, like that, and then they save it somewhere. So I'll need the name to enter manually the name of that customer, and then I'll select from the database the product that is purchasing, and then the price will be filled automatically for that product, and then the entire thing I'm going to save it to a table somewhere. So that is basically what I thought of to respond to that question. So I'll go to table design and just make a table here. This table is going to contain let me say the product ID. That is very important. So let me just type in product ID, and then I'll need the name of this product, so product name, sorry, and then next I'll require the price of this product as well. The product ID is going to be the primary key. I think that this is going to be very important, the product ID, and it's also going to be just a number. The prices will also be a number. Now after that, I think I'm done with this table. I can just save it. Let me call it store, for example. Store. There is no primary key. Okay, I need to make this a primary key. Yeah, hit save, control save, and save it as store. Now this will be the database that will be contained, for example, in that supermarket. So what I'll need next, I'll create a table where I'll save the details of a customer who is coming to purchase items from that supermarket. I'll create a new table. What I'll require from this is just the customer name. Let me just customer name. I also need the item that is purchasing, in this case product, and also the price. The price, let me make it a number like that. Product also, product not actually, I think just like that. And here I don't think I need a primary key per se. Let me just save. I'll save is that, let me see, purchase, for example, just purchase table, hit save. I don't need a primary key. Now if I think this is done, I'll go back to the table, to the store, and just let me fill in some values here. For example, product ID, let me say 1. Product name, for example, rice feels like a good example, and rice where I come from is actually 150 per kg. I'll also put in ID as number 2. This product is going to be flour, and it's 200 in Kenya. And also number 3, just the last one, cooking oil. It's 300 per liter here. That is enough for the data that I need in the table. I'll save that. Now here in the purchase table, I'll need a form to feed this table. So what I'll do, I'll go to create, and let me just design a form. So what I need here is I need a combo box. First, before a combo box, let me add the customer name, and the product that is supposed to purchase. I'll need a combo box for that, and the price. So let me squeeze this down here, and then I'll fit in a combo box just about there. Now I'll select, I want the combo box to get value from another table, and hit next. That table will be the store table. Hit next. Now here I require the product name. The ID will be very important because it is actually unique. I don't need to sort anything. Here you can see this is how the table is going to look like. But now there are columns which are hidden and which are very recommended. For example, the product ID. This is going to uniquely identify this product. For example, rice with the ID of 1. This is very important, and that is why you actually need the primary key. I can remember the values and store them somewhere, but right now I don't have to. Just for demonstration, I'll just hit next and save this as product name and finish. Now if I navigate to form view, what I'll see is this. I have the customer name, the product name. I can choose from the list just like that. And what I think the question was that if I enter the customer name here manually, for example, I type my name Queen, and then I select the product that I bought from this combo box, the price should be filled here automatically. So that is what you're going to do. Let me go back to design view, and under the product name combo box, I'll go to property sheet. Here I'll have to rename this because it comes with a very funny name. Combo box 2, combo 2, that is not a very descriptive name, so I'll have to rename it to, for example, product name combo, for example. Now that is better. The others I think I can just leave them like that. So under this combo I'll have to, so under event procedures, under event you will have unclick, before update, after update, and unchange. These are the most relevant which you can actually use and get some results in this case. Now I'm going to choose the after update event, and I'm going to change it to event procedure so that I can write some code, and hit the 3 dots just to the right. And here I'll first type in ME to refer to the current object that I'm working on, and then the dot, go inside that object and find me the price. price. Once you found it, set it equal to, and here comes the most interesting part of it. We have a function we call the Dlookup function. The Dlookup function is a function that returns to you whatever you are looking for in Microsoft Access. So the Dlookup function, it's written like that, takes into in the parentheses in the brackets, it takes in three possible arguments, even if one is actually optional sometimes, but it is very important that you put in the criteria, which is the third argument to the function Dlookup. The first argument is all the arguments actually all the arguments are in string, as you can see, expression as string, and then the domain as string, and then the criteria. So in this case, string just means putting the double quotation. So the Dlookup function will go to the location that you tell it, find something, and then using the criteria that you specify, it is going to return a value. So in our case right here, I'm going to type in the price, and you will see why in a moment. Type in price. Next, I'll type in the domain, which is the store, and then lastly the criteria. Now until here, the price refers to, let me go back to the store and let me make this smaller so that the two are seen completely like that. So the store is what goes next in this function, the Dlookup function. The store is actually a table, just a table. Okay, the table is what goes in as the second argument to the function, and then the first argument is the column in that table or query. The column that you care about, in this case we care about the price, so it will go to the price in the table store. I think you get that, you get the idea. So the first argument is the column that you care about, and the second argument is the table from which that column is, and then the third argument is the criteria to fetch the data that you want. And if you don't specify the criteria, it is going to return the first one that is going to find, always. So if you don't specify, it will go to that table, go to that column that you specified, and then it is going to return the first value that is going to find. So here I'm going to specify the criteria. The criteria is going to look a bit cryptic, but I know you get it. I'll specify the product ID as, so product underscore ID, set it equal to nothing, and then outside I'll put in the ampersand, and then in the form, close this. Before I close, I want to find the name of this. Yeah, the combo box. The name is actually product name combo. I think that is how I renamed it. So that is what I'm going to put here. Product underscore name, then combo box, just like that. And then I'm going to close this bracket. And this is actually all that we need. So the current object, go inside and find price, set it equal to whatever that will be returned from this Dlookup function. Dlookup function go to the store table, finds the price, and finds where the ID is equal to whatever that will be in the combo, and then returns it. So let us check if this is going to work out as expected. I'll come back here. Let me close the property sheet. Go to form view. Let me see. Rice is at 150 just now. Let me change it to flour. See, it is changing. It is 200 now. Change it to cooking oil. It is 300. That means it is working very well. Suppose we change this. If I was to delete this and come back here and just add code the ID 2, number 2 for example. If I come back here, change this to rice, change this to flour, nothing is changing. Change it back to cooking oil. Cooking oil, remember it is 300 but it is 200 now. Rice is just 200, flour still 200. That means the product ID is just 2. It is not changing. Just rewind. If I delete, let me delete this. Now let us try it again. Price. Okay, syntax error. What did I do wrong? Let me debug. Stop the debugger. Come back. See, now it is working. Flour, rice at 150, flour at 200, and cooking oil at 300. So basically this is actually how we can do it. If you have more fields, you can just refer to this line of code and you can write more code to do the same thing. The Dlookup function is just going to do exactly that. One last thing we need to do, I need to go back and see if we can actually save this form. Design view, I'm going to create a button just to save the data. Record operation. Let me save the record. Hit next and finish. And also let me add another one just to create a new record. Record operations, add new record, and finish. Now I want to test. I want to see if this record can be saved in that table that we said earlier. So go back here and save this form. Let me save it just as form 1. I don't need to give it a fancy name. So I'll create new form and let us actually open this purchase table and see what is happening there. I'll resize this. So form. So let me type in Queen as my name, and then I'll choose flour. Then I'll hit save. Let me create another record. This is a new customer. What is the name? He'll buy cooking oil and save. Go to the purchase. Nothing. Refresh. We have 2 records. Now, as you have noticed, there is nothing in the product. Like he did not purchase anything. So, in short, remember when we were creating the combo box? So we said just have this value and use it somewhere. Don't store it anywhere. That is where we messed up. So there are a couple of ways we can do that. We can enter that product in this table. And if we go back and just tell the combo box, you know what, just save this and use it somewhere, or save this in this table, it is not actually going to save the cooking oil or the rice. It is going to save the product ID, because that is what it is using to reference. It is what is coming back. So you cannot say that. So what you're going to do, I'll go back to design view like that. And the trick that I'm going to use is this. I'll go back to design, add existing fields, and just add the product because we need it. Product. It is the product name, it is the same thing, but this one contains the ID and this one contains the doesn't contain anything. So we're going to make it contain something. So what we can do, we can just enter the product manually. When you select from the combo box, we enter it manually, but there's the data is saved in the database, so there's no way we can just be doing two things at the same time, and when there is an easier way to do it. So what I'm going to do is just the same way you enter the price in this box, the same way you are going to enter the product here. And to do that, I'm going to just highlight the combo box, go back to property sheet and event procedure, and write just a similar code just like this. I'll go down here and just type in me dot no, it is not price. You cannot trick me like that. It is not price, it is actually product. Let me just go do my stuff down here and let me see what is the name of this. It's supposed to be product, otherwise, yeah, just product. Now come here, needed product, I'll set it equal to whatever the Dlookup function is going to return. So Dlookup into brackets, the first argument will be go to the store and check. So you want the product name, so just type in here product name, product underscore name. After that, the second argument is obviously the store, which is the table, and don't forget the quotation. And then the third argument, you know what, just don't stress yourself, just copy this and paste it down here, because it is all the same. So set the product equal to the product name in the store, where the ID is this one. So let us see if this can produce us some results. So let's head back here, close that. Okay, so here is the moment of truth. Cooking oil, let me change this and change price. See, price is down here. Now if we hit save, notice what happens. Go back to the purchase table, nothing is there. Oh, there's something. It's the customer, my name obviously, and the product, which is rice, and the price 150. Notice earlier we were not having the product, but now we do, and that is a fancy way to do it. Now in object-oriented programming, there are things we call abstraction, which we can do just right here. Go back to design view, under the property sheet. There's just no need to keep this. Where do you have to see them? Just turn them invisible. Visible? No. And the price? Visible? No. Just like that. And then head back. You know what? Why do you need them? Come here, the customer name. Let me just create a new. I'll choose what name? What name? For example, my name again. I'll select cooking oil and then I save. Go back to purchase and I refresh, and the CJ is just right here, and everything is just perfect. And that is just the way we can actually do it. So I thought this video is going to be short, but I guess this is actually very short. So I'll see you on the next movie. Bye for now, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe.